Higgins for three. You betcha.
The pass to Miller outside three. Good.
Big block by Olsen.
Fryer in the paint. Now to Holzer. Left corner three. Bang! Bang! Oh!
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on YourLiveEvent.com.
And thanks for being with us here on YourLiveEvent.com. Joel Morgan, Chase Miller. Final game of the second day of the Barnes County Classic, and a big one between Enderlin, the number 4 team in the latest Class B basketball poll, against Hillsboro Central Valley, the number 7 team in Class B basketball. Thanks for joining us here on our Irie Insurance pregame show and what is set to be a tightly contested game. Enderlin 6-2 on the season, 3-0 in Region 1. They are riding the wave right now of a 5-game winning streak. They have defeated Sargent County, Beulah, Canton, Maple River, and then Tuesday night defeated the Lobos 70-49 in a contest that saw Joe Hurlburt finish with 28 points and 13 rebounds, while Gus Hurlburt finished with 20 points. A game, though, a little bit lopsided score-wise to Enderlin. Was a game that was hard-fought through all 4 quarters. I think it was really into the final minute or so before teams decided to lift their starters. So it was a good contest from start to finish. And the Enderlin Eagles winning 5 straight games coming in today. Hillsboro Central Valley, 4-2 on the year, 2-1 in Region 2. They have won 2 of their last 4 games this season so far. It's been Kindred, a win against Kindred, a win against Drayton, a loss to Ada Borup, 61-41, a win against Oak Grove, a loss to Thompson, and then a win against Larimore, 71-25. This is the only game they were set to play in this Barnes County Classic, which, by the way, has been the final day here at the W. Osmond Fieldhouse will not be played. They're hoping to reschedule some of those other games with the scheduled home team to be the host for those later on here in upcoming weeks. It's our Irie Insurance pregame show. My partner in broadcast, he did the first 2, is joining us for the next 2. That is Chase Miller. Chase, a lot of matchups to look at this game. Joel Hurlburt, 6'11", has a presence inside. His brother Gus has a presence inside. But you look at Dryburgh, you look at Brandt, some of the presence that Hillsboro Central Valley has size-wise, they can match up with those guys.
Yeah, to me it goes back to the Lobos game and Dunseith. Dunseith this season now 0-3. When not able to get a lot of points get going in terms of over 60, and it's the same thing here with Hillsboro Central Valley and with the Enderlin Eagles. Enderlin, averaging 71 points per game. Hillsboro's only giving up 54. So if Enderlin can get up and down the floor, Gus and Joel Hurlburt, if they can get double-doubles, and you add a Dixon and company, that can make for a long night. So we'll see what Hillsboro Central Valley can do. Limkey, Gallagher, some of these names that you've heard on the football field, you're going to hear again on the basketball court. The start's going to be big. If Enderlin gets up by 10 early, Joel, and gets up 12-2, 14-2, could be a rough night for Elliot Raffle, but the lower the scoring it can be, they held Kindred to 44 points. Now, granted, that was a month ago in the season opener, but they held the defending champs to 44 points. They need to kind of do that in the mid-50s here tonight.
This is our Irie Insurance pregame show. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
Winter is a planning season for farmers, a time when your mind is on your fields. But the shorter days doesn't mean there's less work to be done. At Sis van der Haaf, we know that lower temps won't cool your passion for production. We're continually striving to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sis van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
Ulster Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Ulster Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. From sunup to sundown, they're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
The Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts share this message to all community members about building assets in your community. Hi, this is Hayden Allen. Young people grow strong through positive relationships with adults. It only takes a small investment of time to truly make a difference in a young person's life. You can help build up a young person by taking just a minute to give them words of encouragement and advice, making them feel the true impact they have in the community. A message provided by everyone at Hillsboro and Central Valley School District.
Back on the Irie Insurance pregame show. Thanks for being with us on YourLiveEvent.com. Number 4, Enderlin against number 7, Hillsboro Central Valley. Again, was not expected to be, but will be the final day of this new Barnes County Classic. Other scores from games today: Wyndmere Lidgerwood, a win over Barnes County North, 59-57. Sargent County a win over Maple River, 61-42. And the game we just had on, and if you missed it, I guarantee it's worth going back and watching at least that final quarter of play. Lemoore Litchfield Marion holds off Dunseith 55-54. The Lobos led up until the final minute 15 of that game. Dunseith at one point down by 15 found a way to bring themselves back into that game. Dunseith, Chase, first year of the Barnes County Classic, and Dunseith has made 2 instant classics. Unfortunately, it's just been on the wrong end.
Yeah, just unfortunately on the wrong end. And, Region 1 got them on Tuesday night with Sargent County. And I think the Bulldogs, Joel, probably opened some people's eyes up a little bit and able to come back and take care of Maple River. Now they get back-to-back wins. And then you look at Lemoore Litchfield Marion, the Lobos, playing Enderlin on Tuesday night. A slow start for the Lobos. They got behind the 8 ball. That's something that Hillsboro Central Valley has to avoid. Dunseith, they've been kind of, receiving votes in the top 10, got as high as 8th. Now they lost to Bishop Bryan, lost to Sargent County, and now lost here tonight against Lemoore Litchfield Marion. So 3 straight losses. So they'll probably be out of the top 10 bowl more than likely on Monday. But again, quality of region in Region 4, over the years, the Rockford Cheyenne, good teams, Langdon area, more Munich, and the king of the kings, 4 wins, Minnewauk, and the number 1 team right now in the state out of their region, Joel.
And we saw 4 wins play. Their JV played against Wyndmere Lidgerwood, and they got the win, but those are the younger guys, freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and we see just how deep a program like 4 Winds is.
Oh, it is. And here's the thing with Hillsboro Central Valley. Ed Beyer days with Hillsboro, right? They've won championships. Central Valley in 1993 out of Buxton, they won a championship. And then you look at what they've been able to do in the last 4 or 5 years. Region 2's been awfully good. Hillsboro Central Valley has won 2 championships. Grafton got to the state semifinals last year. Thompson has won a championship all in the last 4 or 5 seasons. So Coach Ropvold has been around. This is his 25th year as a head coach, 10 as his co-op. Should be a lot of fun here tonight, Joe, between 2 top 10 teams.
We'll step aside here on our Irie Insurance pregame show. We'll come back to meet your American Crystal starting lineup. It is high school basketball on YourLiveEvent.com.
The dairy products, non-dairy products, frozen seafood, meat items, and more delivered to your door from Teak, the Utter Guy at Hillsboro Dairy. Call 701-436-5877. He will bring it right to your door. Hillsboro, Grandin, Purley, Hendrum, Borup, Ada, Climax, Shelley, Lockhart, east of Ada to the Twin Valley addresses and around the area. Hillsboro Dairy delivering right to your door. 701-436-5877. The story is told that the lumber yard in Hillsboro has been continuously operating on this same location since 1881. That means that although it has changed its name, appearance, and ownership a few times, we've been in business for 140 years. Proudly part of the Hillsboro community as one of the original businesses founded on serving our neighbors. And wouldn't you know, that business model still works after all this time. With a focus on customer service, Hillsboro Lumber welcomes you.
Lemoore Hardware carries your everyday items for plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. Check out their latest selection of snow and grain shovels alongside Milwaukee tools. Plus, stop by Lemoore Hardware today and browse their sweet pickin' section. You'll see brand new furniture and decor. Lemoore Hardware is your community one-stop shop. For more information on all the services Lemoore Hardware offers, go online to LemooreHardware.com. That's LemooreHardware.com.
Today's sponsorship is provided in part by Anderson Cutting Horses, Roger and Connie Anderson. They wish all boroughs the best in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities this school year. Roger and Connie Anderson of Anderson Cutting Horses are proud to have the students of Hillsboro and Central Valley represent our communities. Good luck, boroughs, in all that you do. From Roger and Connie Anderson, Anderson Cutting Horses. Anderson Seed Farms is a certified seed conditioning plant and is set up to do commercial custom seed cleaning for large seed companies or family farms. They seed Dairyland seed corn, soybeans, and alfalfa alongside Westbred certified spring wheat and public spring wheat seed varieties. At Anderson Seed Farms, they don't sell a product that they wouldn't grow on their own farm. Anderson Seed Farms, located in Foreman. For more information, go online to andersonseedfarms.com. That's andersonseedfarms.com.
Back on the Irie Insurance pregame show, number 4 Enderlin against number 7 Hillsboro Central Valley as part of the Barnes County Classic, formerly the Barnes County Tournament here at the W. Osmond Fieldhouse on the campus of Valley City State University. Irie Insurance, for all your insurance needs, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. A few more things being checked out of the scores table as we are just about set to go. Hillsboro will be the visitors on the scoreboard. Enderlin will be the home team here in this contest. And let's take a look at our starting lineups. We'll start with the visiting Hillsboro Central Valley Boroughs. Our starting lineup brought to you by American Crystal Sugar Company. And our starting lineup, Gannon Limpke, a 6'6" senior forward. He is wearing number 5. Also a senior, a guard at 6 foot, number 15, Parker Gallagher. A 6'3" junior guard, number 33, Peter Dryberg. A 6'6" senior forward, number 44, Caden Waterworth. And a 6'7" sophomore forward, number 50, Jacob Brandt. Limke, Gallagher, Dryberg, Waterworth, and Brandt. Coached by head coach Elliot Rothbolt. Hillsboro Central Valley 4-2 overall, 2-1 inside of Region 2. They are led in scoring by Limke. He has 18.7 a game. Waterworth with him with 10.2. Otherwise, we got guys chase up and down this lineup who can score.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You got guys who can score, guys who are going to get up and down, like you mentioned. The one thing, Hillsboro Central Valley likes to play a tough schedule every season. They're going to be battle-tested by the time they get to their Region 2 tournament. Enderlin has beefed up their schedule as of late with kind of this crew. They're trying to do something they haven't done since '96, and that's make a state tournament. And they got the seniors to do it. They got the guys that are in there to feel like that they can be the team to kind of get over that hump. But at the end of the day, this is an important game. Yeah, it's a non-region game, Joel, but I think at the end of the day, for seeding purposes, if case, for example, the Boroughs do win Region 2 and Enderlin wins Region 1, it might be a determining factor who gets a 4 or 3 seed or who gets that 2 or 3 seed once you get to a state tournament at the Minot State Dome in middle part of March. I'm not saying these two teams are going to win their regions, but that's what makes Class B fun when you get these non-region games. At this game, yeah, win or loss is not going to make or end your season,
right,
but it could have impacts later down the line.
Let's look at the starting lineup for the Enderlin Eagles. The number 14 in the latest basketball poll. It will be a 6'3" junior, number 4, Caden Ammerman. A 6'9" senior, number 10, Gus Hurlbert. A 5'11" senior, number 11, Elijah Dixon. A 6'6" junior, number 20, Carson Bartholomew. And a 6'11" senior, number 23, Joe Hurlbert. Ammerman, Hurlbert, Dixon, Bartholomew, and Hurlbert for the Enderlin Eagles, coached by head coach Calvin Kraft, the number 4 team in the state. They are 6-2 overall, 3-0 in Region 1. They have won 5 straight contests. And your starting lineups have been brought to you by American Crystal Sugar Company. Enderlin and Hillsboro Central Valley just about to get underway. And Chase, this is a big matchup. Seen some members around this Valley City community necessarily don't have a horse in the race, but are ready to watch what's going to be some great basketball.
You know, the one thing that I've always liked about the W.E. Osmond Fieldhouse, it would be a fun place to hold the tournament. It just really would. It gets loud in here. When Valley City State and the University of Jamestown are able to play. I remember going to some games. I grew up in Valley City when Jeff Boschee was around, and they would play the Blue Jays here. Or at the time, the Grafton Spoilers were in Class A basketball. They would come down, and it was packed. It was loud, and I think it might get a little loud here later tonight with these two programs playing each other too, with these two fan bases coming. Nice contingent from the Burros and obviously a good contingent from Enderlin.
And here we go. We're underway. Tip is one back to Elijah Dixon, and it is the Enderlin Eagles basketball. Pass one-handed comes to Carson Bartholomew, comes to Hurlburt, back top of the key to Gus Hurlburt, to Joe on the near post. Limke will guard him up. Ball to Gus Hurlburt, jumper misses, rebound out of bounds, and they'll say it came off the hands of Ammerman, so it is Hillsboro Central Valley's basketball. Again, Limke will inbound this one. Able to find Dryberg. Dryberg will move his way across half court, finds Limke to the near side into the hands of Parker Gallagher. First possession, offensive possession of this game for the Burros Basketball Club. Waterworth on the top of the key, looks around, is able to feed to Brant. One-hand pass to the near corner, finds Dryberg. 12 on the shot clock for the Burros. Dryberg loses the ball. Waterworth with the ball to the left side. Limke for three, off the iron, rebound. Gus Hurlburt will lose it, and the Burros recover. It is Gallagher who's able to recover the basketball.
Tough one there. Gallagher did everything right, but he's going to get called for the foul just because he bumped into Bartholomew enough. But those little plays that Gallagher has, those are the plays that we've seen from Elliott Ronfeld and Hillsboro Central Valley in their runs to state tournament championships, as they just get that second and third effort a lot of times on a possession.
Bartholomew baseline, left side, two-hands it, finds Gus Hurlburt, who immediately comes to the guard, Elijah Dixon. Dixon, 9 points in their win Tuesday night against Lemoore Litchfield Marion. Dixon in the lane, puts it up off the end of the iron, rebound. Gallagher, talking about the things that Gallagher does, gets a big rebound. Waterworth with the ball, left side. Wants to settle down this offense a little bit. It's Parker Gallagher, the senior, with the basketball to Waterworth, to Gallagher, looking for some help. And we'll come to Dryberg. Now left side to Brant. And we're going to see a foul come off ball, and I believe it will be against the Eagles.
Elijah Dixon will get caught for the reach. Difficult there for Dixon, but again, just got his hand enough in there. And the way this one has started off, both teams, a little defense, offense tough to come by, but the Burros will take that because, again, lower the scoring that this one ends up being will favor HCV.
And the inbound was swatted away by Gus Hurlburt. Ends up being a held ball that goes to Hillsboro Central Valley. A minute and a half into this game, actually a minute 32 into this game if we want to be exact. I had some time to actually do the math, stoppage of play, but we are scoreless. And to be expected, also to be unexpected in a game between two teams who play like this, as Waterworth gets the ball, will come to Dryberg, works its way to Gallagher left side. He is up for three, misses. Gus Hurlburt will scoop up the loose ball.
Tell you what, Waterworth and Brandt are both over 6'6", and they don't look like tall individuals against the Hurlburt brothers, Joel.
A lot of people. It definitely puts you in height check as Joe Hurlburt with the ball up for the long two. Misses to Gus, who finishes at the basket for a pair. Gus Hurlburt gets the scoring started 2-0 for the Enderlin Eagles.
And Gus had a really efficient night, 9 of 12 shooting from the floor against Lemoore Litchfield Marion back on Tuesday. Joel able to get 20 points and 9 rebounds.
Ball left side, Waterworth with the ball. Will come to Gallagher. Now to the near post. Limke with the ball. Takes the shot over Ammerman, will miss. Rebound putback is good. Jacob Brandt hits two. Tie game, 2-2. Nearing 5.5 to go first quarter. Number 4, Enderlin. Number 7, Hillsboro Central Valley tonight.
Still early, but Enderlin hasn't been able to get out in transition yet. Good offense by HCV to at least get to the rim or get something out of bounds.
Elijah Dixon pulls up from the top of the key, hits it. The senior puts his team back on top. There'll be a three to make it 5-2.
I know Joe and Gus get a lot of attention, and so does Bartholomew, but the guy that's kind of the glue for Enderlin when he's playing well is Dixon. And if he can start hitting threes like that and get to the rim, it makes it just so tough to defend.
It was the freshman season when all these guys played in the Barnes County Championship game against the seasoned Lemoore Litchfield Marion team, and you can see the makings of a potential success in the future as a hook shot for Waterworth will miss in the lane. Rebound comes to Caden Ammerman. Elijah Dixon at that time got a lot of attention for a lot of coaches in that tournament as the layup will miss for Carson Bartholomew. He does draw a foul, will get a trip to the line.
Bartholomew, 8 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, just a guy who does a little bit of everything. The junior, he'll have his opportunity next year with Trey Wall in that class, but this is a guy that's sneaky good, right? He might not score double figures more than half the time this particular season because Joe and Gus get a lot of the scoring, but he can do a lot of dirty work as that kind of third Bash brother, so to speak, of 6'6".
Alex Magnuson will check into the game. Also checking in, Jace Leshek will check in. So Leshek and Magnuson in for the Burros. Next free throw good for Carson Bartholome, the junior. 7-2 the score. 5-point advantage for Enderlin and largest lead we've seen on either side. A game that took nearly 2 minutes to get any offense going between these two teams. Stryberg from the left side takes a dribble in the lane to the basket, denied. Gus Hurlbert knocked that one away. And substitution, Trey Wall will step into the game. He will spell Caden Ammerman.
Enderlin, it's going to be fun to see how they can play against Central Cass, the Kindreds of the world. They finished the season off against Kindred on February 25th. Joel and HCV again. They got Thompson coming up. They got a pretty good schedule. This is just going to be a fun barometer game here in Class B.
Joel Hurlbert with the basketball. Comes to the lane, up to shoot, hits it. Joe Hurlbert gets his first two, 9-2 the lead for Enderlin.
And to your point, 4 different Eagles in the scoring column.
3 at the other end is off the mark for Dryberg, is out of bounds, untouched by the Enderlin Eagles. It will be their basketball.
So you already got 2 for Gus, 3 for Elijah. Bartholomew got to the line, and then Joe Hurlbert just made a ridiculous tough shot on the left baseline that you're not going to see a lot of people in the state, Class A or Class B, girls or boys, able to make consistently enough, or a coach that would like their player to shoot that shot, Joel.
Gus Hurlbert inside to Joe. Beyond the arc, Bartholomew for 3 will miss. Rebound to the near corner, and it's Hillsboro's basketball. Gallagher up court goes, it's worked inside, off the glass for Magnuson. Rebound Hurlbert. Pass in the lane to Gus Hurlbert, and they're going to say he got the line, so it is Hillsboro's basketball. It's a bigger court out here at the W. Osmond Fieldhouse, and you look at the game. They played Tuesday night at Enderlin, but look at the game before that. They played at Maple River, and that Maple Valley gym is a whole different story. So quite the economy right now on the size of courts they played over the last 3 games.
And you're starting to see with the size of the court, though, Joel, you're starting to see this game get picked up a little bit in the more tempo that the Enderlin Eagles would like to see.
Magnuson with the basketball, guarded by Joel Hurlbert. Able to find an open Leshek. Now we'll give the ball over to Gallagher. It is 9-2. Enderlin has led the entirety of this contest. Actually, we're briefly tied, but they have not fallen behind. Rebound comes to Bartholomew. 3 minutes to go, first quarter. Long pass to Gus Hurlbert. He's able to pick that one up and finds Elijah Dixon. It comes to Joe Hurlbert. NBA 3 on the way. Off the iron. Long rebound. Grabbed at the elbow by Limke. And Limke in the lane feeds to Magnuson, who goes short corner to Lishik. Shot misses. Put back for Magnuson. Will miss. Rebound, Joe Hurlbert.
Tough one there. He had not 1 but 2 opportunities in the semicircle. Those got to go for the Burros.
Driving, Joe Hurlbert comes to Gus Hurlbert. Couldn't get a clean drive. Back to Bartholomew. Now to Joe Hurlbert. Fadeaway shot. Misses. Rebound. Again, Limke. And it is Hillsboro's basketball.
Burros right now fortunate to just be down by 7, Joe, with only 1 field goal in the opening 6 minutes.
Leshek with the ball. Works its way into the corner to Limke. Back to Magnuson. Magnuson over Hurlbert. Misses. Rebound, Trey Wall. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. 9-2 Enderlin Eagles. Number 4 against number 7 here tonight at the W. Osmond Fieldhouse. A college-sized court. Dixon's going to be called for the travel, and I think Chase, I think the eyes went down. It's deceiving when you see the 3-point lines, and I think it kind of threw him off because he's like, hey, where am I supposed to be right now for the long-range shot?
It reminds me of Sierra, the 1-2 step a little bit, right? That 1-2 quick little one. Yeah, no, I agree with you. You got the 3 lines there. You think where you are, college to high school. But Dixon, though, again, he's got the wheels for it.
And an open shooter, deep 3 comes, and it's in. Jace Lishik hits the 3, 9-5 the score, approaching a minute and a half to go in our first quarter. I would say Hillsboro not feeling that this has been their best performance offensively, but it is just a 4-point game. Make that a 6-point game. Gus Hurlbert chips in 2 more. 11-5 the score. Ball near side. Gallagher comes out to the corner. Driving the lane, missing the layup, Lishik. Rebound, Joe Hurlbert. Hurlbert, a say the biggest recruit to come out of boys basketball here in a while in the state of North Dakota, committing to a Power 5 conference. Will play for Colorado next season. Dixon through the baseline, shoots, misses. Rebound out of the air for Gannon Limpke. Is Hillsboro Central Valley's basketball. Gallagher looking to go to length of the court. Kicks that last second pass. Magnuson off the mark, and a whistle in the lane, and it will be against Hillsboro Central Valley. Chase Lishik called for the foul, his first, team's third, 37.7 seconds left. Waterworth will come back out on the court for the Burros. Brandt will come back out on the court. Also back into the game, Carson Bartholome.
And, Hillsboro, Joel, for the Burros here, they were supposed to play number 1 Four Winds Minnewacan tomorrow as well. This was supposed to be a really, 2 games where they were really going to get tested to kind of see where they were in the state.
And a feed comes to Hurlburt, tipped away, picked up by Aaron Cooper. Cooper trying to get free of Hurlburt, no easy task, finds his teammate Parker Gallagher, who comes to Waterworth across half court, back into the hands of Gallagher. 13 seconds left in the half. Hillsboro Central Valley trailing 11-5. Shot on the way, off the mark for Gallagher, put back attempt, that will miss, tip back towards the basket, and I believe that was Brandt who finishes with those points around the rim, and that is exactly how Hillsboro wants to end this late part of this quarter. They trail 11-7 against the Enderlin Eagles. We'll be back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
You may know that Big Tex Trailers already offers you industry-leading features like mega ramps, HD suspension, and the all-new hydraulic dovetail. Every time you hook on, know that your Big Tex is up for the job. See Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro to find out what owning a Big Tex can do for you. Shop the full line of Big Tex products from ATV trailers to goosenecks to dump trailers and more. Visit your Big Tex dealer, Bloomfield Enterprises, Hillsboro. Contact him at 701-430-0877.
It's easy to see yourself here at Valley City State University, where faculty know your name and your dreams, where opportunities stretch as far as your aspirations and your interests drive your college experience. Here you'll find a community that supports you in every aspect of college life, and you'll leave ready to make a difference in the world. See yourself at VCSU. Schedule a tour today.
On our Golden Harvest Tim Kozetsky's sales scoreboard, it is 11-7. Enderlin leads Hillsboro Central Valley. Enderlin number 4 in the state. Hillsboro Central Valley number 7. And the Burros shooting just 15% in that first quarter. And fortunate their defense has been able to carry them into this position they're in right now as Hurlburt throws down the jam, but a whistle coming before that.
They're going to continuation the basket, Joel, so you're going to get an and-one opportunity. But Hurlburt, with his length, with his size, with his steps, he can cover a lot of real estate and get to the rim and throw a dunk down.
So he gets the big jam and draws the foul. That'll go against Lishik. And Hurlburt continues the three-point play. Something you're not used to seeing as a commentator of high school basketball is a play like that, continuation to the rim. He was fouled in the air for a dunk that came about 5 feet away from the rim. Elijah Dixon trying to knock this one away from Cooper. Instead, it goes out of bounds, and Hillsboro Central Valley keeping the basketball down by 7. So the Burros, or rather the Eagles, doubling up the Burros. Stay tuned at the half. We'll have our Ryan Opdahl halftime report. We'll get you our first half numbers here. Also recap how the day of basketball has gone here at the Barnes County Classic. Hurlburt handling the basketball. Comes to Dixon. Inside, miss for Hurlburt. Rebound, Burros. And a foul call coming. It will be against Hillsboro Central Valley. Actually, I think it'll be against Carson Bartholome. His first, team second, 7:02 left in the half.
Lance Luke's letting everyone know that it was a shooting foul. So
yeah, I was wondering what he was. Everyone lined up like the inbound. Yeah, it will be a shooting foul.
I'll give credit, though. Lance, though, said it right off the bat, as an official. That's the biggest thing, just, whether it's a block charge call or you're saying inbounds or out of bounds or whose it's going to be. Lance immediately put the two hands up or 2 fingers up to give the 2 shots. And again, with the pace of this game, it kind of is favoring HCV a little bit. They'll get up and down the floor, but they haven't really been able to let Enderlin, so to speak, Joel, just get out of the gates and run for 3 minutes and just make this a track meet. It's been more of a contained style of game, which is right where the Burros need this one to be.
Brandt goes 1 for 2, rebound into the hands of Elijah Dixon. It's Enderlin's basketball. They lead by 6. Bartholomew in the lane, comes to Gus Hurlburt, and 1 for Gus Hurlburt.
That was nice, and that's tough to stop. I mean, just in general. But the way to get the basketball, Joel able to finish with the reversal, that just makes it a lot sweeter for a pass and a lot sweeter for the and one.
Brandt called for the foul, his first, team's 5th. And Gus Hurlburt knocks down the free throw, makes it 17-8, 6:54 to go in the second quarter. Coverage here from the W. Osmond Fieldhouse High School basketball on YourLiveEvent.com. Parker Gallagher handles it for the Burros. Stops, comes to Waterworth, will lose it on the elbow. Dishes it back to Dryberg. Now near side Limke. Limke works off Bartholomew, kicks a pass just near the arc to Brandt, and he puts it up for 2. Jacob Brandt, 7 in this game by my count, 17-7 the score. Burros need a stop right now. Bartholomew will give this one to Caden Ammerman. Ammerman back to Bartholomew, inside to the near post to Joe Hurlburt, guarded by Limke. And we're going to get a trip to the free throw line coming for Joe Hurlburt.
Well, it was a little funky. I think Elliot Rothville is trying to say, hey, Joel maybe forced one with a guy right in his face. That's why the shot came a little bit off on the opposite side. If you're Kelvin Kraft, you're saying, I've seen Joe shoot how many shots inside the Enderlin gym, and the only reason it's going to come off that way is because someone hit his wrist.
So Hurlburt hits the first. 6 for him in the game. 18-8 the score. Second one is in. 19-10 our score. 9-point lead for the for the Enderlin Eagles against this Hillsboro team. 3 from the corner, hot hand, and Brandt misses the shot. Rebound, Hurlburt will come back to Dixon. Dixon off the drive of Gallagher across the lane to Ammerman. Hesitation, Ammerman misses the shot. Rebound gets knocked into the hands of Dryberg. Burros have possession of the basketball. It's Gallagher into the corner. Waterworth shot, misses. Rebound, Joe Hurlburt. Long pass intended down court for Bartholomew. Overpass, and the ball is back to the Burros. Substitutions. Alex Magnuson will come back into the game for Hillsboro Central Valley. Trey Wall will come in for the Enderlin Eagles.
Dangerous time of the game, Joel. If you're Hillsboro Central Valley, this is where Enderlin has a chance to get up by maybe 15, 16 points and try to get that little stretch of a game going. It's been tough for HCV to find some offense right now in just terms of rhythm, right? Just enough rhythm.
Yeah, the defense is what's really stood for them in this game, as the missed shot from Magnuson put back from Limke. Limke gets his first 2. 19-12 to go. Limke, their lead scorer, he's someone they really need to get going.
The Burros have had a lot of chances inside the paint. Nice job on the second chance opportunity by Limke.
And deep 3 for Bartholomew. Rebound to the Burros. Limke and Dryberg both on it. Gallagher up court. Bounces to the near side. Brandt inside of the lane to Magnuson, back beyond the arc. 3 off the iron. Put back attempt. That's no good. And Joe Hurlburt will stop it and comes the other way for the Eagles. 4:40 to go in the first half. Bartholomew thought about the wide open 3. Drive, shoots, fouled. Brandt will be called for his second, team 7th, and to the line is Carson Bartholomew.
Tough one right there for HCV again. You get a second chance opportunity, right at the block, unable to get one to go. Then Bartholomew gets fouled by Brandt on the opposite side. And that's a big one, too, as you mentioned, Joel. Second personal foul. That's a big guy that can kind of go up against the Bartholomew or Hurlburts of the world. And so we'll see how HCV's in a matchup moving forward for the rest of this game, and we'll see if Brandt is probably parked on the bench for the rest of this first half.
Bartholomew misses the first. That's the first missed free throw as a team for Enderlin. Gets the second. 20-12, 8-point lead for Enderlin, who has not trailed this game. They were up 11-7 at the end of the first quarter. It's a 4-point deficit for Hillsboro Central Valley. They had made just 2 field goals. Really, for much of that quarter, that 3 came late. Ball winds up in the corner at the hands of Dryberg. We'll come back over to Lishik, worked around left side. Magnuson inside. A drive, layup misses for Dryberg. Joe Hurlbert the rebound. Enderlin with the basketball as we approach 4 minutes to go in the first half.
If you're going to look at a shot chart, HCV's got a ton of shots in the paint. There's just not a lot of circles in the paint right now.
Dixon will come back over to Joe Hurlbert. Hurlbert spins the lane, fadeaway shot, misses. Gallagher the rebound. Here comes the Burros, down by 8. They need a run of their own. Ball handled by Magnuson. Beyond the arc, 3 for Lishik. Misses, rebound batted around. Finally coming away with it is Dryberg. Will come over to Gallagher. Now over to the near side, finds Magnuson. Skipped across to Limke. Limke for 3, hits the contested 3. 20-15 the score. 3:26 left in the half. Timeout Eagles. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
As your community-owned utility, we always power through challenges. And in the face of any challenge, the City of Hillsboro remains unwavering in our commitment to you. We power both your life and work, whether that means hot cocoa with the family in the morning or a hot deadline at work that leaves the lights on a little longer at night. We're here with safe, reliable, clean energy. The City of Hillsboro, empowering our community.
On our Golden Harvest, Tim Cassette C-Sales scoreboard. Enderlin 20, Hillsboro Central Valley 15. A battle of number 4 and number 7 in the latest Class B basketball poll. Elijah Dixon will bring the ball up court. A feed and a runner at the rim. Wall will finish.
Nice pass by Gus Hurlbert on the backdoor cut there to Wall.
And Dryberg tries the runner, misses. Long pass intercepted. Magnuson will read this one. It will come to Limke. And he is tied up by Bartholomew. Held ball. And it goes to the Enderlin Eagles.
Good job by Bartholomew. Limke just didn't see him coming from behind there. So that's a difficult one because you might get caught with your hand in the cookie jar, so to speak, and pick up a foul. But able to get enough ball right there to get the tie up.
Gallagher will come to the near side. Lushik with the ball. We'll give it back to Dryberg. Takes a dribble, hands it off to Gallagher. 15 on the shot clock right now for Hillsboro. Down by 7. The Burros looking to close out a strong first half, and the ball was loose. No one really had control. Lushik winds up with the basketball. Comes to to Dryberg, trying to drive. Will lose it in the lane, and he took one last swipe at that, and it's out of bounds. And the basketball back to Enderlin.
After the last couple of possessions here from the timeout by Coach Kraft, Enderlin's defensive intensity definitely picked up after the timeout.
Remember, this will be the final day of these games being played here at the W. Osmond Fieldhouse. They have suspended tomorrow's game as the ball is taken to Dryberg. A steal ball to Dryberg at the lane. And one foul called against Bartholomew. And those are the kind of things that get your team energized before a half.
Great job by Dryberg right there. Give credit to Bartholomew to hustle and try to get back, but he was beat by a half a step, and he tried to get the steal instead. Got the contact there by Dryberg, able to finish. And we've seen some continuations in this game, Joel, that we haven't seen throughout this year.
Waterworth will come back into the game. He will spell Limke. As we mentioned, the no games tomorrow. They're trying to reschedule some of these contests for the home team, designated home team in the game to be the host school. as the free throw. That one will miss for Dryburgh. Rebound into the hands of Joe Hurlbert. And will come to Elijah Dixon. Handled by Bartholomew. 2 minutes left in the first half. Enderlin leading 22-17. Ball gets fed to Bartholomew. Comes back to Hurlbert. Up for three. Knocks it down. 13 for Hurlbert. Make that 10 for Hurlbert. 25-17 the score. Gallagher with the basketball. Will come to Lushik on the left side. Able to find Waterworth back into the hands of Dryburgh. Give and go. Waterworth layup good. He got around Hurlbert. Gets his first points of the game. 25-19, two-possession game as we near closer and closer to the end of this first half. Bartholomew up for the deep three. Will miss. Gallagher the rebound. And Gallagher has not scored in this game, but he's been a beast around the boards. Elliot Rothfold wants a timeout. His team trails by 6. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
The American farmer has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Columbia Grain and Agronomy is here to help on every acre with the highest quality products and expert local service. Contact the Agronomy Centers in Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273. Columbia Grain and Agronomy, committed to cultivating growth through a diverse mix of products and expert knowledge. Contact them today and make the most of every acre. Call Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273.
On our Golden Harvest, Tim Cazzette's seat sales scoreboard. Enderlin 25, Hillsboro Central Valley 19. Coming up on our Ryan Opdahl halftime report, we'll tell you some numbers from this first half of this game. And the offense starting to come around here to close out this half for Hillsboro, down by 6. They have not led this game. Inbound comes to Parker Gallagher. He is one-on-one with Elijah Dixon. Moving over to the near side, Dixon stays with him. Sends a pass to Limke. Limke gets by Bartholomew to the basket. Shot good. Again, Limke's got 7 all this quarter. 25-21, 4-point game.
Nice job by Elliot Rothfold calling the timeout. I know you got the foul there on Dryburgh, but nice job to call the timeout. Come up through a little slip screen there for Limke. Able to get to the rim. Bartholomew tried to get the steal, and once he did, Limke knew what to do with the basketball.
49.1 left to play in the game. Shot Bartholomew, good. He'll get to shoot the back end of the 1-and-1. 26-21 the score.
And Bartholomew, again, just a nice productive stat line you'll see at the half. 5-6 points, couple rebounds, probably a steal or 2 and assists. Again, just a guy that does a lot of the dirty work here for Coach Kraft.
And the Burros get the ball back, down by 5. Lushik with the ball to the corner to Dryburgh, back to Gallagher. Rather, that was Magnuson, 55, not 33. In the lane, basket is good for Waterworth, 26-23. And Elijah Dixon, no urgency. His team up by 3. Shot clock is off. He will come to Joe Hurlbert. Now to Elijah Dixon. 9 seconds left in the half. Joe Hurlbert with the basketball. Hurlbert across to Bartholomew. 3 is good for Carson Bartholomew. And Hillsboro now time left to try to get a shot off as we'll go into the first half of this contest. Enderlin 29, Hillsboro Central Valley 23. Halftime report comes your way next on YourLiveEvent.com.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000 plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving the lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots, American Crystal Sugar Company.
You're never too young to start saving for your future. Dakota Heritage Bank offers the Grow With Us program. It's a young savers club with various incentives, newsletters, a higher savings rate, bonuses, and more. Contact Dakota Heritage Bank to learn more about the Grow With Us program. Dakota Heritage Bank has 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hillsboro Drug and Gift, your area Health Mart pharmacy, is bringing you the savings on your cough and cold medications, including Hall's Cough Drops, just $1.99 per package. Chloroseptic Sore Throat Spray is $4.99. Save on Health Mart brand Adult Tussin. You can choose from mucus and chest congestion, cough and chest congestion DM, or multi-symptom cold CF, $3.99 each. Health Mart Daytime Cold and Flu Non-Drowsy Liquid is $5.49, or Nighttime Cold and Flu Liquid, $6.29. Hillsboro Drug and Gift and Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
At Dunseith Public Schools, all staff promote a climate of expectations that all students learn under appropriate conditions and ensure that the learning atmosphere is positive and stimulating to increase the academic achievement levels of students. Stay connected with the latest Dunseith Public School app by downloading on the Apple Store or Google Play for the latest news within the district by searching Dunseith Public School. For more information, go online to dunseith.k12.nd.us. Go Dragons!
And we are back. Our score at the half on the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette seed sales scoreboard. Number 4, Enderlin leading number 7, Hillsboro Central Valley, 29-23. It's time now for our Ryan Opdahl Farmers Union Insurance halftime report. Joel Morgan alongside me, Chase Miller. And Chase, offensively, a different look that quarter for Hillsboro Central Valley. They came in shooting just 16% at the end of the first quarter. They end the half shooting 29%. Again, not great, but considering where they started that quarter, a big turnaround. They trailed at one point by 10, have made this a 6-point game. So their defense has been their defense this game for sure, but their offense is really starting to come around well. Enderlin is starting to get some of their big scores to really step things up.
Oh, and the thing is, HCV's got 9 second chance points. Enderlin has 0. I think that's probably something that we haven't maybe talked enough about is Enderlin has 0 offensive rebounds, Joel. So give a lot of credit to HCV, get a lot of credit to the guards, Waterworth, Brandt and company. There's been a lot of second chance opportunities on the opposite side for HCV. 8 offensive rebounds. They have 9 points off turnovers, 9 second chance points, but quite honestly, they could probably have 16, more second chance opportunity for points in terms of 9, grow it up to 16. So the biggest thing for me has been battle of the glass. HCV has done a really good job. Turnovers have been, the similar minimum to both. And now the question just becomes who's going to be that 1 or 2 players for HCV to get enough shots, and can they hold Enderlin, to that 55-60 point? If they can, you got to take advantage of when you get those points in the paint, because in the first quarter, Coach Rotvold would like to have about 3-4 more looks back in the paint where they had it from 5 feet and they just rimmed out.
Let's look at our numbers for Hillsboro Central Valley. Team-wise, 3 turnovers, 19 rebounds, 11 of those defensively, shooting 29% is the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. 2 for 9 from long range, 1 for 3 from the free throw line. Their offense pretty evenly distributed. Gannon Limke with 7 points, 5 points, 3 rebounds coming for Jacob Brandt, 2 points, 3 rebounds for Peter Dryberg. Aaron Cooper with a pair of points. Jace Lushik with 3 points and a rebound. For the Enderlin Eagles, 6 turnovers, 15 rebounds, all defensively. They're shooting 45% from the field, which is a drop from their 50% that came at the end of the first quarter. 3 for 7 from long range, 8 for 10 from the free throw line. It is Joe Hurlbert, no surprise, 12 points, 8 rebounds, 7 points coming for Carson Bartholomew, 5 points for Gus Hurlbert, 3 for Elijah Dixon. 1 tie, no lead changes. Hillsboro Central Valley has not been in front. Enderlin led by as much as 10. That was at the 6:54 mark of the second quarter. 29-23. Enderlin leads Hillsboro Central Valley. Back with more of our halftime report on YourLiveEvent.com.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. and is done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
The Enderlin Alumni Association promotes the school and community, as over the past few years, Enderlin athletics have been greatly supported by alumni, from upgrades to the weight room, practice equipment, and technology. The Enderlin Alumni Association hopes to improve the quality of life for students and citizens by giving back to the community and keeping it local. The Enderlin Area School and Enderlin community would like to thank the Enderlin Alumni Association for their generous and continuing support. Good luck to our Enderlin Eagles at the Barnes County Tournament.
Full Service Foods in Hillsboro provides contract packaging and private label foods for your local and regional retail stores. Full Service Foods is a leader in the upper Midwest for less than truckload quantities for contract manufactured sauces and dressings. They are a privately held company with a reputation for quality and customer service. Full Service Foods is proud to be in Hillsboro and bringing employment opportunities to the area. Find out more at fullservicefoods.com. Full Service Foods of Hillsboro, proud to support this community event.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank. The Goose River Bank wants to bring banking to you. The days of coming into the bank to do business are changing. With digital banking, you can choose how and when you want to do business with us. We will still be here when you need us, but sometimes it's more useful to bank from the seat of your tractor, the kitchen counter, or even while you're on the go. Let the Goose River Bank become your community bank. We believe that a strong bank builds strong communities, and we would be proud to be your bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back on YourLiveEvent.com, Joel Morgan, Chase Miller, our score here at the half. It is Enderlin 29, Hillsboro Central Valley 23, a battle of number 4 and number 7, and the latest Class B boys basketball poll. The final game here of this Barnes County Classic here today. Other scores today, Wyoming Lidgerwood over Barnes County North 59-57. Sargent County defeats Maple River 61-42. Lemoore Litchfield Marion hanging on to defeat Dunseith 55-54. That will do it for our Ryan Opdahl Farmers Union Insurance halftime report. We'll be back with the second half when we return on YourLiveEvent.com.
Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, Halsted Living Center offers a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care. With Halsted Living Center, there is an attached medical clinic and independent senior housing facility. Physical, occupational, and speech therapy services are available for both inpatient and outpatient. Respite care is available too, as well as hospice services. Call 218-456-2105 for openings available now with Halsted Living Center, or find more information at halstedlivingcenter.com.
The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club supports Hillsboro Central Valley students in their school activities and encourages all students to be involved in the activities at your school. The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club takes great pride in uniting the communities to support the boroughs. The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club encourages everyone to promote school spirit, sportsmanship, and to support the Hillsboro Central Valley students. Go Boroughs!
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Cruise on over to Hillsboro Body Shop, where they work on anything automotive. Cars, pickups, semis, and more. The guys combine for over 25 years of experience with professional, top quality, and timely automotive service. It's Ben and Tyrell at the Hillsboro Body Shop. Call 701-636-4981. Cars, pickups, semis, and more. If it moves and needs work, bring it over to the Hillsboro Body Shop. Call Ben Alba and Tyrell Lee, 701-636-4981. The Hillsboro Body Shop.
Enderlin 29, Hillsboro Central Valley 23. 8 minutes will go back up on our scoreboard. We are set to go for the start of the second half here on YourLiveEvent.com. Joel Morgan, Chase Miller, Reggie Funk on the camera. It will be the Enderlin Eagles basketball to start the second half. Enderlin shooting 45% in that first half, 29% for Hillsboro Central Valley, a 13-point improvement from their 16% shooting performance in the first quarter. Their offense really started to pick up at the end of quarter two. Let's see if they can carry it over into this quarter. But first, Hillsboro Central Valley needs a stop. Gus Hurlburt in the lane, comes across, layup in for Caden Ammerman. Ammerman, the junior, gets his first points of the contest, 31-23 the score. The Burros have been behind by as much as 10. Dryberg with the basketball will come to Gallagher. Hands this one off to Limke. Layup good. Gannon Limke gets his 9th, and the Burros answer right back. 31-25 the score.
I like the weave, and I like Limke finishes, with a little runner from the 13 feet. Joel, I love that shot.
Pass inside to Joel Hurlburt, knocked it away as he couldn't get his footing. It comes right to his teammate Ammerman, guarded by Dryberg. Inside to Hurlburt, tried to go across the lane, out of bounds. Last touch by Gus Hurlburt.
Well, just what the doctor ordered there for the Burros, able to get a bucket after that, after a two-pointer there by Ammerman. Get a stop, and again, keep this one around a 1-2 possession game in the fourth quarter for your HCV. What the shooting was in the first half, gladly take it, but you got to get the Limke a touch. Got to get him a way to get the basketball in his hands.
Ball comes to Dryberg. Dryberg sends it back up top to Brandt. 17 on the shot clock. Burros have some time to work here. Limke for 3. He has scored 5 straight for Hillsboro Central Valley, 31-28. And the Burros within 3.
Again, get the ball to Limke. Something good is going to happen with what he's going to be able to do, either pass or shoot.
Hurlburt in the lane, misses the shot. Gus Hurlburt, the rebound, misses, goes for third chance points, and 1 for Gus Hurlburt.
Well, never stop. Gus Hurlburt, again, just with that size, and finds a way to keep going to the glass and able to finish with an and one. We've seen that a lot during his time at the Enderlin Eagles.
Caden Waterworth called for his second personal first-team foul. Something to keep an eye on if you're Hillsboro Central Valley. Gus Hurlburt cannot complete the three-point play. All 5 starters have at least 1 foul. Limke, Waterworth, and Brandt with 2 fouls apiece. Burros trail by 5. Shot good. Waterworth got called for the foul, answers back with the tray. A 2-point game, 33-31. Closest we've been since we were tied at 2 early on. Bartholomew answers back with the layup.
I just want to know if Waterworth called it because it was banked. I know that straight-on shot, I love the bank, but I just want to know if he called it from 20 feet.
Dryberg puts it up, and it's good. And we're now going point for point. And this is where a team that plays the defense style of Hillsboro Central Valley, this is the moments where they shine because they can really stop that momentum. Feed comes to Joe Hurlburt right of the lane. Limke will guard him up. Joe Hurlburt spins, bounces to Bartholomew. He drives, splits the defense, comes down, and Waterworth may be called for his 3rd personal foul.
Looks like it's going to be on Limke there on the help, and probably okay if you're a Burro fan. To your point, Joel, you don't want Waterworth to pick up his 3rd.
No, but now you get Limke called for his 3rd. So now who's been your best scorer all season, has been your top scorer in this game, is in foul trouble in a close contest. Pass gets stolen away. Parker Gallagher read the pass, came right in to get it. A chance for the Burros now to tie or take the lead. Waterworth in the lane over Hurlburt, misses. Joe Hurlburt the rebound.
Joe Hurlburt, that last possession, guarded Limke. Curious if that continues to try to put the 6'11 man on Limke.
Joel Hurlburt, deep 3, misses. Rebound knocked away from Bartholomew. Goes to Joel Hurlburt over the defense, can't lay it in. Rebound Limke. It is the Burros basketball. Hillsboro Central Valley down by 2. Driving. Dryberg, reverse layup, misses. Gus Hurlburt bobbles it but recovers. And we'll come to Elijah Dixon. Elijah Dixon, long pass to Joe Hurlburt. Squares up for 3. Hurlburt will miss. Rebound Gannon Limke. Neither team is able to find the stroke here in this contest, and then it's tied up. Jacob Brandt will tie it for the first time since we were tied at 2. 35 all, 4:31 to go 3rd quarter, and the Burros starting to feel the energy.
Yeah, their fans starting to make some noise, and if they get one more defensive stop in a bucket, Joel, look out.
Ball handled by Bartholomew to the rim. Layup good. Carson Bartholomew with his 11th. Tiebreaker to the Eagles, 37-35. Hillsboro Central Valley will come right back with the ball handled by Dryberg. Dryberg to Gallagher. Gallagher off Dixon. And Elijah Dixon called for the foul. Did not see if it's going to send him to the line. They're going to say he was shooting. They will.
Tough one there on Dixon just because Gallagher brought it in front, but the problem was he came across to reach, and you're going to get called for the foul on that. And tough one there, but good job by Parker Gallagher. Strong dribble, able to get to the rim again. A little Mr. X Factor, if you will, for HCV. He might not score you 20 points in a game, Joel, but he's going to set the screen. He's going to get the tip. He's going to do the little things that you might not see in a box sheet at the end of the day.
He hits the first 1 point game again, 37-36. Jace Lushik into the game, back in for Hillsboro Central Valley. Second free throw off the heel of the basket. Bartholomew, the rebound, will come to Elijah Dixon. Inside of 4 to go in this third quarter. Number 4 against number 7. And a foul against the Burrows, I believe, will be Jace Lushik. No, it will be Parker Gallagher, his second. So you're looking at your starting 5. Gannon Limke, 3 fouls. Parker Gallagher, 2. Peter Dryberg, a foul. Caden Waterworth, a foul. Jacob Brandt, 2 fouls. 3 fouls overall this half for the Burrows. Dixon with the basketball. Guarded by Gallagher. Dixon in the lane. 2 for Dixon, 5 in the contest. Timeout for the Enderlin Eagles. Eagles lead 39-36 on our Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales Scoreboard. We'll be back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
We make products that last decades. Being able to stand behind our products and having something that is so known for that is awesome.
H509. If you are already a member, thank you. If you are not a member, we would love to invite you to join Hillsboro Dollars for Scholars. We remind you every graduating student who applies will receive at least one scholarship through Hillsboro Dollars for Scholars. So we can continue this amazing program, please consider a gift this season to Hillsboro Dollars for Scholars. Visit H509 Hillsboro Dollars for Scholars website or Facebook page for more information.
39-36. Enderlin leads Hillsboro Central Valley, 3:36 to go, third quarter. Burrows basketball, Gannon Limke at the baseline of inbounds. Able to find Peter Dryberg. Ball worked into the corner. Gallagher back to Lushik. To the near side finds Dryberg. Back to the hands of Lushik. 17 seconds left to go on the shot clock. An extra feed into the lane, but a missed layup comes from Magnuson. Elijah Dixon leads the charge for the Enderlin Eagles. Back to Joe Hurlbert. Hurlbert for 3, hits it.
We'll see if Enderlin stays in the 2-3 zone, and they will after the timeout. Calvin Kraft went to the 2-3 zone on the last possession, and Eagles will stay with it.
Ball gets handled by Magnuson, inside to Limke, denied by Gus Hurlbert.
Good job by Gus being a rim protector, but that's what you have on the back line there at 6'11", 6'9", 6'6", with Bartholomew and Hurlbert, especially in the 2-3 zone. They can get to a lot of ground and a lot of coverage. So right now, if you're HCV, where are you going to go in this zone?
Burrows looking for a mismatch, comes to Gallagher, misses the 3, rebound Joe Hurlbert. And Hurlbert loses the ball. It was picked up by Dryberg. Dryberg lost it, tied up with Bartholomew. Are they going to call a held ball?
We're going to get a foul here with the arm up from Lance Lukes, the official, and the closed fist. So Trey Wall's going to get called to come over the top and just kind of give him the bear hug. So great job by HCV. Gets the steal. They get a foul on Enderlin, and Joel, they get a fresh 35.
Waiting to get there. Funny you mentioned the shot clock because they need an extra second to get that one reset. I want to give a thanks while we got this opportunity to the entire crew out here at this Barnes County Classic. Mark Potsley, Sports Information Director from VCSU, and his crew has had stats, run scoreboard, done everything we've needed. 3 up, coming good for Parker Gallagher. He does the little things, but he's needed to be a scorer this quarter, and he knocks down his 4th 42-39, stays a 3-point game as we come up on 2 minutes left in the quarter. Bartholomew in the lane, in and out. Gus Hurlburt, the putback, good. 11 for Gus Hurlburt, 44-39. 5-point lead for Enderlin. Gallagher, right side for Hillsboro Central Valley, will come to Magnuson. Inside, shot, miss from Limke, and the Hillsboro faithful wanted a foul call as the Eagles will come up court. It's Hurlburt. Hurlburt held up left of the lane. Two hands a little strong to Wall. Is able to get it to Dixon. Dixon loses it. Scramble in the corner. And the Burros last to touch. It was a diving play for Dryburg.
It's a tough one there because you got Bartholomew who's going straight up, and do you get enough of the basketball? Do you get just a hair of the wrist? I think they have an argument from the first half when there is a similar situation that there was a foul call for Enderlin. So tough one there if you're the Burros.
And Hurlburt, how about that? He gets a shot blocked by Limke.
Well, Limke able to come around, play some really good defense, but the one thing in this 2-3 zone, we haven't really seen Limke on the perimeter. Joe, with the players that they have right now, haven't really seen that. So with the substitution coming in for HCV, curious how Enderlin will kind of match up with that zone or not, if that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, and it looks like a little bit more height added out here on the court, but a great block shot, and that gets the fans and bench energized. Ball inbounded to Parker Gallagher. Gallagher will come back to Limke. Hillsboro Central Valley down by 5. Ball to the corner to Brandt. Feeds inside to Magnuson. Magnuson's shot too strong right there for his rebound. Goes for an outlet pass, draws a foul.
On Bartholomew, Joel, so he's starting to pick up some fouls for Enderlin.
And that's his third. And there was a little bit of hesitation on that outlet pass by Brandt, and that was enough for Bartholomew to have to adjust, and he couldn't adjust on time. As the ball gets knocked out of the hands of Limke by Dixon, battle to the near sideline. And they will give the ball to Hillsboro Central Valley.
The hustle's been great the last 60 seconds, Joel. This has been like Broomball and Fayette, just finding every little crease to get in the avenue. And you're seeing guys get on the floor. You can see hustle. Two guys there, and Dixon and Limke were both going for the basketball. That was a lot of fun.
Ball gets inbounded to Gallagher. Gallagher will feed to Brandt. Brandt back over to Limke. Inside of a minute to play in this quarter, 17 on the shot clock. Shot is good. Gannon Limke, his 7th, 44-41. A team that was down by 10 in Hillsboro Central Valley, now within 3. Deep 3 on the way for Hurlburt. In and out, rebound, brought down by Magnuson, and he'll go to Gallagher. Shot clock is still on, about a 4-second difference between the two. Chance to tie right now for Hillsboro Central Valley. Again, down by 3. Pass attempt to Limke. Limke squirts the pass past Bartholomew, but it gets loose. Scramble for the ball. Wall had it, was tied up by Lushik. And Lushik tries to make his case that it should be a held ball, and it does.
Yeah, stay with Hillsboro Central Valley. They'll get a chance at the last shot of the quarter here. This is one where Hillsboro Central Valley, Joel, if they can tie this one up at the fourth quarter or get it within 1. Smart move by Calvin Kraft to take Bartholomew out. The reason being, Limke went right at him the last time with those 3 personal fouls where Bartholomew had to be a little bit eased up here. And we'll see what the officials are going to kind of come over and discuss if it is Hillsboro's ball. We've seen that once today earlier on a jump ball where it went to one team where it should have gone to the other. So we'll see what they discuss.
Yeah, discussion right now. We are stopped with 20.5 in the third quarter. Enderlin 44, Hillsboro Central Valley 41. The ball was awarded to Hillsboro Central Valley. That call will remain, at least as of now. There's a question of the shot clock. They had cleared it, and Lance Luke saying that 17 seconds should be on the shot clock, so that's what it will be. So a little bit more urgency given to Hillsboro Central Valley to get off this final shot. Ball inbounded to Dryburg. Dryburg faking the handoff. Left side, Limke. 7 left on the shot clock. Limke knocked down by Joe Hurlburt.
Hurlburt just came out a little bit too late on the hedge in terms of trying to square up Limke. Limke already had the edge to get around, so not the worst foul just because it's Joe's first.
Inbound comes to Brandt. Brandt tries to throw a pass that's intercepted by Dixon. Dixon to the lane, layup good. Elijah Dixon the steal and the bucket. Our third quarter ends. Nope. Third quarter doesn't end. There'll be 0.6 of a second, maybe a little bit more. Someone stepped on the line.
Yeah, they went to go inbound the basketball, and Hillsboro went over it, so they're going to give it right back to Enderlin, so they get the steal, the bucket like you mentioned with Dixon, and now if they maybe put even a little bit more time on the clock, it's at least a catch-and-shoot opportunity right now. They'll put 2:10, Joel, more on the clock.
And Elijah Dixon inbounds to Gus Hurlbert, gets the shot off, will miss as our third quarter is in the books. On our Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seat Sales scoreboard, Enderlin 46, Hillsboro Central Valley 41. Back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Hillsboro Vets Club. It's where Borough sports fans meet after every game. The Hillsboro Vets Club is cheering for the Burrows and also very appreciative of the community support of all of their fundraisers, their events, and just stopping in to enjoy the social and great atmosphere at the Hillsboro Vets Club. Good luck, Burrows, from all your friends and veterans from the Hillsboro Vets Club. It's where Burrows sports fans and us broadcasters meet after every game. This is Jim Berkemeyer, owner of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Together with Bernie, we're inviting you to join us on a tour of Victoria, Vancouver, and the Canadian Rockies, July 14th through 23rd. On this tour, we'll visit historic Victoria, tour the breathtaking Butchert Gardens, and experience the stunning scenery of the Canadian Rockies via rails train. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ. Learn more about this tour and watch the travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Remember the keyword RJ.
Welcome back on YourLiveEvent.com. Enderlin 46, Hillsboro Central Valley 41. The Burrows outscoring Enderlin 18-17 in that third quarter. First time that they have done that. Outscored Enderlin in a quarter, I should say, as our final quarter is underway. Stay tuned for our post-game show. We'll name our player of the game, brought to you by Enbridge, Precision Player of the Game. We'll have our post-game conversation brought to you by Halstead. Hurlbert's shot comes up short. Limke the rebound. Ball worked into the corner. Brandt with the ball. Tries to throw a pass. Bartholomew will take it away. Here comes Bartholomew on the drive. Layup is in. 13 for Bartholomew.
Bartholomew, Joel, to me, has been kind of the player of the game right now for Enderlin, right? Just smooth, consistent, able to get that three-pointer late in the first half. This guy's just done the right things for Coach Kraft.
Enderlin shooting 46% in this game, 30% for Hillsboro Central Valley. Missed shot. Rebound fed to Brandt, comes to the corner, finds Gallagher. Gallagher's three, airballed and pulled down by Bartholomew.
That's tough. He thought Dixon was behind him. Dixon was on the ground. He kind of heard the bench saying to go up. Instead, unfortunately, there for the Burrows.
Joe Hurlbert comes into drive, and one for Hurlbert. That one touched every part of the iron before it made its way through. Foul call against Jacob Brandt, his third. Now we have a pair of Burrows sitting on 3 fouls. Waterworth will come into the game. Coming out will be Alex Magnuson.
And the question now, if you're a Burrow fan, how much can you give up before it's too much, with under 7 minutes left to play? And, Hurlbert just continues to add on, Joel, to his stats that he had 28 points, 13 rebounds against Lemoore. I don't know if he'll get quite to 28, but he might get to 20.
Burrows with the basketball. Dryberg on the wing. Guarded by Trey Wall. Feeds to Waterworth from the elbow. Short shot pulled down. Hurlbert got 2 hands on it and brings it up court. Burrows down by 10. Ball to Gus Hurlbert. He hits the layup. 53-41 the score. A 12-point advantage right now for the Enderlin Eagles, and Hillsboro Central Valley, no surprise, takes a timeout. We'll step aside. This is high school boys basketball on YourLiveEvent.com.
of Hillsboro, Corey Wright is ready for you as a Ruud dealer for the Hillsboro and surrounding communities. If your furnace has lived past its prime, you'll want to talk to Corey today about a new Ruud furnace for your home or new construction. Now, you don't want to be left out in the cold, and that's why Goose River Heating and Cooling is available for you with 24-hour emergency service. Contact Corey Wright today at Goose River Heating and Cooling, 701-430-1990, serving Hillsboro and the surrounding communities as a Ruud dealer. Here for you, Goose River Heating and Cooling.
We built Irie Insurance with one philosophy: hire great people and provide great service and options. We want to help protect your home, farm, crops, personal, and your businesses. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and since day one, we have followed this golden rule to help protect you. That's why we have so many locations like West Fargo, Devils Lake, Hope, Hillsboro, Mackville, and Towner. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
53-41, 7 straight points to start this quarter for the Enderlin Eagles. They lead Hillsboro Central Valley, and a miscue on the inbounds, and Dryburgh will lose it. The ball goes back to the Enderlin Eagles. Enderlin number 4 right now in the state, Hillsboro Central Valley number 7. There will be a discussion from the officials, and they can't come to a conclusion. They will call it a held ball, and it will go to the Burros.
Calvin Kraft doesn't like it because he thought that it was the Burrow player in Dryburgh again that threw it or dribbled it off his shoe, but neither official got the right look at it. So proper call, jump ball, and if you're the Burros, got to get some points here, down double digits.
Limke with the ball. Bartholomew pokes it away. Limke recovers, is able to find Brandt. Brandt feeds to Waterworth. Hesitation, shoots, taken out of the air by Joe Hurlbert, using all of that 6'11" wingspan of his. Will come to Bartholomew, drives baseline, knocked down, going for the layup, and I think it's Gannon Limke.
Waterworth's going to pick up the foul there, Joel, but now all of a sudden you start looking up, right, and you got some guys that got 3 personals for the Burros.
6:03 left to go. Hillsboro Central Valley down by 12. Carson Bartholomew was making the case to be our precision player of the game. Hits his first free throw. 54-41, 13 points. Largest lead we have seen for the Enderlin Eagles.
And just this run just keeps on growing right now. If you're an Enderlin fan, the more points you're getting, the more you have a little leeway to play with late. And the more that you're forcing the Burros, Joel, can ill afford to come up with some empty possessions. They got to find ways to get to the free throw line if they're unable to get anything here. And got to get in the hands right there of Limke, get him a touch.
Lushik with the ball, feeds it inside, sent out by Dryburgh. Lushik again feeds over to Limke, shot good. Gannon Limke knocks down 2, 54-43. Time not on the side of Hillsboro Central Valley right now. Joe Hurlbert will come to Elijah Dixon. Dixon a dribble to the near side. We'll give it to Carson Bartholomew. Comes to Hurlbert. Hurlbert under the basket to Gus Hurlbert. Shot block. Waterworth blocks the shot, but the ball knocked out of the hands of Dryburgh. It should be Hillsboro Central Valley's basketball. It is.
Well, that works. You get a bucket from Limke. You get a stop. Yeah, some time comes off the clock, but that's fine. Now find another way to get another bucket. Joel, and you start off the game or this quarter on a 9-0 run for Enderlin. If you can get yourself a little 6-0, 7-0 run here, it'll be fun to see what's going to happen.
And we're going to have a discussion. It was a clock question,
I think
believe.
Question on should it be a fresh 35 or down to 33 with the possession on the shot clock, Joel?
Burrows handling the basketball. Gallagher comes to Limke, near side Dryburgh. Back to the hands of Lushik. Feeds to Limke, misses the shot, gets his rebound. They need a hurry. Shot clock did not reset. Waterworth fouled by Carson Bartholomew, and that is his 4th.
Well, just what the doctor ordered again for the Burros. 2 free throw opportunities. Clock stops, a chance to chip into this deficit. And right now you can just tell this has a feeling of what used to be in Region 1 and Region 2 district play, or now kind of a super region play. It just has that quarter semi-final round of feeling to it here inside the bubble tonight, Joel, just because both teams understand what this game means in terms of a top 10 opponent and what it can do for your season moving forward.
Caden Ammerman comes on the court. Carson Bartholomew has 4 fouls, comes out. Next free throw off the heel of the basket. Waterworth blanked at the free throw line, and the basketball going to Elijah Dixon. Inside of 5 to play. Hillsboro Central Valley trailing Enderlin by 12. Joe Hurlbert draws a foul going towards the basket. I think it's Limke, and that will be his fourth. So now the top scorer from Hillsboro Central Valley is in some foul trouble, and Elliot Rodfold trying to figure out who he's going to put in. He will not make that change. I thought I saw him with some movement towards the bench. Joe Hurlbert, baseline, inbounds to Gus. Gus Hurlbert, a dribble back to Joe, guarded by Gannon Limke. Joe Hurlbert shoots, misses into the hands of Lushik. Jace Lushik will come to Waterworth, who will feed to Gallagher. Miscue between those two. Joe Hurlbert knocks the ball away, picked up by Lushik. Will come to Gallagher, 2 hands to an open shooter in Limke. Limke for 3 over Gus Hurlbert, misses, had the height just off the mark, ball out of bounds. Will remain in the hands of Hillsboro Central Valley. Jacob Brandt into the game. I believe it will be Caden Waterworth out. Yeah, he will come out. 4:26 left to play, final quarter. Final game of this Barnes County Classic. Again, final day tomorrow. Postponements, as they won't be played here. They are hoping to reschedule on home sites as the 3 off the mark for Brandt. Ball picked up by Trey Wall. Will come to Elijah Dixon. Dixon up for 3, misses, rebound, knocked around, finally pulled out by Gallagher. 4 to play.
9-2 run right now, though, for Enderlin in this fourth quarter. Hillsboro's got to get a bucket.
3 upcoming, that will miss for Limke. And rebound kept in bounds by Brandt and somehow kept in play by Hillsboro Central Valley. Great play for the Burls. Let's see if they finish with 3. Will miss for Gallagher. Rebound still knocked around, and this one is picked up by Brandt. He turns and shoots, will miss. Great possessions, unable to finish, and here comes Hurlbert. Big jam coming, and he 2-hands it through. Gus Hurlbert tags on 2 more. 57-43 the score. 3:29 to play.
Ball just got away from the official there, goes up the court. So, again, you're going to call officials timeout quickly just to get the ball back into play. But that could be the exclamation point, Joel. That could be the difference maker. Hillsboro just had so many chances that possession to try to get something, whether it was a 3 or a 2, unable to do anything. And then, boom, it just feels like a 5-0 mini run right there in 10 seconds when you get the dunk from Hurlbert.
I believe this will be Caden Ammerman who's called for the foul. It is Ammerman's first, team 6, both teams with 6 fouls apiece. And with a more comfortable lead, they'll send Carson Bartholomew back in the game. Trey Wall will come out. Enderlin looking to go 2-0 here at the W. Osmond Fieldhouse. Hillsboro Central Valley playing their only game of this Barnes County Classic as an inbound comes, misses for Limke. Gus Hurlbert with the rebound. We approach 3 minutes left to play. Our post-game show comes your way. After this one, we'll get a chance to talk to some players and coaches from this game. Well, it's a chance to name our Precision Player of the Game, our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Elijah Dixon was on the line. Schneider, the official, will say it's Hillsboro Central Valley's basketball.
Well, if you're the Burros right now, just 1 bucket by Limke, a couple missed free throws by Waterworth. This has kind of been reminiscent of the first quarter here offensively for HCV, where only able to score 7 points in the first quarter. Quarters 2 and 3 were really good for the Burros, 16 points and 18 points, Joel. Well, there's just been some, again, if you're going to look at the shot chart at the end of the game, when you're Coach Elliot Brotvold, you're going to see a lot within 5 to 10 feet of the rim, and just unable to get those extra ones to, right now, if you get even 5 of those, Joel, it's a 57-53 kind of ball game right now.
Dixon hits the first shot. He'll get to shoot the bonus. Foul was called against Parker Gallagher, his 3rd. Bonus time right now for Enderlin. They lead 58-43. Second free throw misses. Took some time, but Dixon will miss the second shot. Ball belongs to Hillsboro Central Valley, and Bartholomew has fouled out of the game.
A tough one there for Bartholomew, just trying to see that ball get skipped. Just couldn't try to get the shuffle going quick enough, and he'll foul out, but he earned it. A good job going up against the Limke, going up against the Waterworth or Brandt on the inside. Scored in every corner. Did really well, Joel, from the free throw line tonight here for Coach Kraft.
Chase Lushik to the line, checking into the game, Alex Magnuson. He will come in for Jacob Brandt. Burroughs 4-2 on the year. Enderlin 6-2. This would be 6 straight wins for Calvin Kraft and the Enderlin Eagles. First free throw will miss for Lushik, won't get to shoot the bonus. And Enderlin has the basketball. We're going to see some slower tempo coming from the Eagles because every second they keep the ball away from Hillsboro as a second closer they are to closing out their 6th straight win. Ball sent to Joe Hurlbert. Hurlbert back to Dixon. Dixon knocked down by Gallagher, called for a travel. Oh, they won't say there was a push, they'll say he slipped.
Well, and you saw kind of Enderlin there try to take the air out of the basketball a little bit, right? They weren't looking to attack much, just kind of put it on the perimeter, get the shot clock down to 10 seconds. And Joel, I know sometimes you talk about not taking the air out of the football, out of the basketball, but when you're up by 15, you know, possessions are the only way Hillsboro can get back. It's the right move from the Enderlin Eagles.
Parker Gallagher with the basketball will come to Aaron Cooper, who checked into the game out of that last stoppage. Cooper sends a pass to Lemke. Lemke almost lost his dribble, keeps it, shoots short of the iron, picked up out of the basket by Joe Hurlbert inside of 2 minutes left to play in this game. 58-43, Enderlin leads Hillsboro Central Valley. Hurlbert to shoot, and he is going to be fouled by Alex Magnuson.
Hurlbert again will probably have a double-double performance here for the Enderlin Eagles by the time get all said and done. And, you know, guy that's going Power 5, you mentioned it earlier, Joe, one of the more prolific, right? You think of a Jeff Boschee being in this city. You think of a Jacobson from Fargo Shanley that went to Utah a few years back. There's been some athletes that have been able to go to the next level. You know, you look at a Brooks Bollinger, right, from Grand Forks Central, able to play D1 football in the Big Ten. So we'll see some athletes, whether it's been, Class A or Class B, but yeah, he's just going to be another one on the list here for North Dakotans to have a chance to play at a big-time school.
Alec Magnuson, by the way, that foul, his first, team's 8th, 60-43. Hillsboro Central Valley down 3, misses for Dryburgh. Put back, misses for Lemke. Joe Hurlbert with the ball and will lose it, and it's Hillsboro's. It was knocked away by Lemke, and Hurlbert kind of backhanded out of bounds, 90 seconds left to play. And it's sent inbounds. Dryburgh to Lemke, puts it up, fouled by Caden Ammerman.
That's when Lemke's been able to get a lot of touches, though, against the 2-3 zone. We haven't really seen him in the perimeter. We've seen him more around the block, high post touch. That's such a quick move and try to finish with that little baby hook, able to get to the line.
And Lemke's shot misses. Some substitutions coming. Jace Lushik will come into the game. Alex Cotton will come in for the first time. Minute 26 to play. Enderlin will improve to 7-2 against 6 straight wins. Hillsboro Central Valley falls to 4-3, but I imagine they will still stay in the top 10 as Lemke misses the second. Joe Hurlbert with the basketball. Hurlbert throws to Dixon. Dixon's 3, good. And he will join 3 others in double figures, 63-43. A minute left to play. Our post-game show coming up after this. Chase will be down at the sideline as a 3 at the other end. Misses for Lemke, rather Gallagher. Rebound to Hillsboro Central Valley. Block shot comes from Hurlbert. Ball handled by Trey Wall. Joe Hurlbert with the basketball will come back towards the circle. It's a matter of now the Enderlin Eagles just burning off some time. In the lane, Gus Hurlbert heel hit 2. 65-43, timeout taken by Hillsboro Central Valley. I believe this will be a substitution timeout. No, they will use the full extent of that timeout, so we'll step aside. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. On the Bud Light main stage, hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kicks, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
Back on YourLiveEvent.com, 65-43. Enderlin leads Hillsboro Central Valley, 20 seconds left. Enderlin winning 6 straight. Hillsboro Central Valley falling to 4-3. They are now 2-3 in their last 5 games. Eagles handling the basketball. It is Anthony Wendell with the basketball. He'll let the scoreboard get to 0. And that will be our final. Our final here on the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. Enderlin 65, Hillsboro Central Valley 43. Postgame show is next on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Lemoore Drugstore reminds you, from school supplies, greeting cards, or prescription needs, you can find it all at Lemoore Drugstore. COVID antibody testing and the Johnson & Johnson COVID vaccine is available. Plus, get your flu shot today. Watch out for the monthly flyer for monthly sales, too. Let Lemoore Drugstore be your one-stop shop for Valentine's Day candy and gifts. Lemoore Drugstore, located in the center of Lemoore in the Bank North Mall. For more information, go to LemooreDrugstore.com.
Lemoore Hardware carries your everyday items for plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. Check out their latest selection of snow and grain shovels alongside Milwaukee tools. Plus, stop by Lemoore Hardware today and browse their sweet pickin' section. You'll see brand new furniture and decor. Lemoore Hardware is your community one-stop shop. For more information on all the services Lemoore Hardware offers, go online to LemooreHardware.com. That's LemooreHardware.com.
And we are back on YourLiveEvent.com. Our final score on the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. Enderlin 65, Hillsboro Central Valley 43. Let's send it down to Chase Miller, who's at the court for our Halstead telephone postgame conversation.
Thank you very much, Joel. Let's start with Carson Bartholomew here. Carson, congratulations first and foremost on the win, a top 10 opponent. Just seemed like you guys, both teams were kind of giving each other a little elbow, a little defense, but what was the one thing that you found a way to find a way to get the W, you think, here tonight?
In the fourth quarter, we finally found a good momentum as a team, and then we really pulled away. I mean, it was 6 points going into the fourth, so probably that fourth quarter is when we found ourselves as a team.
Only giving up 2 points against HCV in the final 8 minutes. What's that say about your guys' defense down the stretch?
We're never done. That we'll find the way to win. But our defense is a lot better than last year, so it's hard to win a team when we get that tall, and it's good.
You found a way to put a lot of miles on, going up to Minot, going to Sioux Falls. You're scheduled to go to Minnesota here on Saturday. What are these non-region games? How do you think this will help you once you get deeper into Region 1 play?
It helps us get into big games. I mean, that's a good team. They're ranked ahead of us in the state, so it's a good team. So playing those teams get us ready for them big games, and when we get to Region.
Hey, Carson, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck down the line.
Thank you.
Let's go to Calvin Kraft now. And Calvin, I know we were talking about it here right before we came back from break. You just said, what was the quarter break score? They're only giving up 2 points. What's it say about your guys' defense?
Yeah, we're leaps and bounds better than we used to be defensively, and that's kind of been a big thing for us this year. I didn't really know they had 2 points, I guess, until I asked you, so it surprised me a little bit, but I know probably the worst thing we did was give up too many offensive rebounds. But besides that, I thought when they made a shot, it was a tough shot, and sometimes you live with it, but it was really good defensive effort.
For 32 minutes, what does an Elliott Rottvold team challenge you? We've seen Hillsboro Central Valley be a perennial team in the state, not just in Region 2, but when you go up against a squad like that, what were you expecting here tonight for 32 minutes?
We're expecting a grind. We expect them to be physical. We know they're not going to beat themselves. They're probably going to not necessarily waste time, but they're going to get the best look. And so we know our goal was to not give up second shots, because we know if we give up second shot, it might be another 30 seconds. But again, we gave them too many. But we know it's going to be a grind. They're going to play good defense and get after you. And they made us work here the whole time. Obviously, it was a 22-point game, but it was closer than that the whole time. And we'll have to fix some things, but it was good to play them on a 94-foot court, like a region tournament, like a state tournament, against a team that's really, really good. And just another good game for us to learn some things.
I know Joe and Gus get a lot of headlines, and rightfully so for what they do, but how about the guy that we just talked with, Carson Bartholomew and Elijah Dixon? What did they do for this team?
Everything. Without them, we're not even close to who we are. So Elijah played really good tonight. He's been playing good all year, and Carson's been kind of our guy that stirs the pot. We need some kind of big stop defensively. We need some kind of offensive fire starter. He's kind of our vocal guy. So those two are insurmountably better than last year, and they're most important people you could ever have. And obviously, Gus, Joe, same thing. Trey, Caden, they get unsung heroes. They work their butts off defensively and do things offensively. So no, we're more than just two, and obviously without anybody besides those two, wouldn't be anything. So, no, those guys are great for us.
Hey, Calvin, as always, thanks so much for your time, and we'll see you down the line.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, Coach, again, Calvin Kraft and Carson Bartholomew with us. Joel there for the Enderlin Eagles. Nice fourth quarter, as they talked about. Back to you upstairs.
Thank you, Chase. Again, a win for Enderlin over Hillsboro Central Valley, 65-43. That was our post-game conversation brought to you by Halstead Telephone. Back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
Basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common. They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
When you need seed for your farm, contact Rocky Nedham. Nedham Seeds in Caledonia, 701-430-1149. Wheat varieties include LCS Trigger, LCS Rebel, AgriPro, SY Velda. Nedham Seeds also has barley seed and Seedex sugar beet seed, plus Pioneer corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed. Wheat, barley, corn, soybean, sunflower, alfalfa, and sugar beet seed. Nedham Seeds, Caledonia, 701-430-1149. Norman County Implement has Rem Grain Vacs to help you move grain. Talk with Chuck or Neil for purchase price or rental rates on Rem Grain Vacs from Norman County Implement. Looking for new equipment? Talk with Chuck or Neil and get your best price and best deal. And be sure to schedule your service work for these winter months on combines, tractors, beat equipment. Call Norman County Implement to schedule winter service work, 218-784-2961. Norman County Implement, Highway 9 North Ada. Thanks you for your business.
Olson Hardware in Hillsboro welcomes you to stop in. Find all of your hardware needs. If you're doing yard and garden work, Olson Hardware has the lawn and garden tools, rakes, shovels, hose, and more, plus all of your lawn care needs too. If you're getting ready to do your outdoor projects this summer, stop by Olson Hardware, pick up your paint, stains, and all of the accessories. And if you're in need of a mattress upgrade, be sure to stop in and check out the amazing Rest Mattress. Olson Hardware can repair your major appliances too. They are your full-service hardware store, Olson Hardware in Hillsboro. Stop in today.
65-43, our final on the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. Enderlin defeating Hillsboro Central Valley. 6 in a row now for Enderlin. They are 7-2 on the season. Hillsboro Central Valley falling to 4-3. It's the fourth quarter that really did in Hillsboro Central Valley. They were outscored in that final 8 minutes, 19-2. So a defensive stand for the Enderlin Eagles as they get the victory here tonight in the Barnes County Classic. Our final numbers, let's take a look at the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros shooting 27% from the field. 7 turnovers, 34 rebounds. They were neck and neck with Enderlin, who had 37 rebounds. Turnovers, the battle is won by Hillsboro Central Valley. They were +4. Enderlin shooting 50% of the game. Again, and Limke finishes with 16 points, 11 rebounds, the double-double. He'll also be named our RDK Enterprise Precision Player of the Game, as he was a big part of Hillsboro despite that losing effort. So the double-double for Gannon Limke. He is the RDK Enterprise's Precision Player of the Game. 2 players with 7 points each, Caden Waterworth and Jacob Brandt, each finishing with 7. 4 points, 8 rebounds for Parker Gallagher, 4 points coming for Peter Dryberg, 3 points for Jace Lushik. For the Enderlin Eagles, they were led by Joe Hurlbert, another double-double, 20 points, 19 rebounds, 15 points, 9 rebounds for Gus Hurlbert, 11 points for Elijah Dixon. Carson Bartholomew, 15 points, 3 rebounds. He really had a strong second half of play. He'll be named our player of the game, brought to you by Enbridge Energy, so he is our energy player of the game. So Hillsboro Central Valley, again, falling to 4-3. They were scheduled to play against Four Winds Minnewacan, but as we are seeing continued on here, weather cancellations, I would imagine that game will be one to be played at a later date. So Hillsboro Central Valley, next game to be determined. As for Enderlin, same deal. They were getting ready to play tomorrow here at the W. Osmond Fieldhouse. They will not be in action. Our scores, our final scores from all 4 games today. Widemere Lidgerwood, a 59-57 win against Barnes County North. Sargent County over Maple River, 61-42. Lemoore Litchfield Marion hangs on to beat Dunseith, 55-54. That will do it here For our broadcast tonight, Joel Morgan reminds you once again our final score, Enderlin defeating Hillsboro Central Valley 65-43. Keep me watching high school boys basketball on YourLiveEvent.com.